Hey guys, this is going to be my video for how to more easily share fifth grade virtual lessons. This first page is the one-stop shop that I've been working on. It's a work in progress, so any feedback is welcome. We're just going to scroll down to where it says link for live lesson documents and click it. And it's going to open up a Google Sheet. In this Google Sheet, it's going to have every subject at the bottom: language, math, science, and social studies. So on each sheet, you're going to see a column that says lesson title and hyperlink. This is where you're just going to put a quick title for what the lesson's about, and this is where we're going to hyperlink our lessons. Now, you'll notice that I hyperlinked a Google slide, even though in our last meeting we talked about how we were going to use Nearpod. I found that it's a lot easier to create these lessons in Google Slides and transfer them over. It's also a lot easier to share them as Google Slides. When you try to share the Nearpod links, they tend to be a little wonky sometimes. So I found that when you share the Google Slide link, it's easier to share that, and then the person could just click the add-on to load it into Nearpod. So that's how we're going to share these going forward. The next column is just lesson details and skills practice. Get a quick overview before you actually go into the lesson. Next over here, we have module and lesson number. I put them as separate things, even though they go hand in hand for math and ELA, because as we know, science and social studies, the modules don't exactly align with the lesson numbers. They're also there because this is a good tool to know where these lessons pop up in the virtual curriculum. So if I'm assigning 203 next week and I want to do this lesson, this would be a good preview lesson. So they go into the lesson knowing a little bit of background knowledge. If you notice kids struggled in something and you want to review it, you could also use these as a review. So if I'm already up to 205, 206, but my kids are still struggling with main idea and details, I see 203 and I think, oh, well, we covered that before, so maybe that would be a good thing to review. I put NA for non-applicable for this lesson only because it didn't directly align with the virtual curriculum, but this is something my kids needed, so I put it in there as a lesson. The last column is the author, and the reason I put it in there is for if you have any questions about a lesson or recommendations for the lesson, it's nice to know who to contact, and everybody's contact information will be in that one-stop shop. I'm going to put in a math lesson today, so I'm just going to go over here, and I'm going to type my title in here. Now, my lesson is called Making Estimates Using Rounding, so I'm just going to go ahead and type that in. Making Estimates Using Rounding. All right, now that my lesson title is in, I'm going to hyperlink it. To do that, I just go back to my Google slide, click share. I'm going to make sure that this is shared with anyone who has the link, just so we don't have any problems. Copy the link, go over here. I'm going to re-click that box. I'm going to click this little paper clip looking thingy, and I'm just going to paste in my link. Now it's hyperlinked, so anybody that comes to this document will be able to get to that lesson. Second column is just a few details. This lesson focuses on making estimates using rounding. This lesson is in Module 3, and it's lesson 0302, and I am the author, so I'll go ahead and put my name in. Now, don't worry about trying to squeeze in lessons in between. You'll notice that these numbers are out of order right now, and that's perfectly fine. Don't try to add rows to add in your lesson. Just add it to the bottom, because that's going to be the easiest way. Then we can organize it. There's these little arrows next to each of the titles. If you click that arrow and sort A to Z, it's going to actually sort the lessons from earliest to latest. So they'll all be in order for you. Now, if you want to see the most recent lessons at the top, so you don't have to scroll down, just sort Z to A, and it's going to put the most recent. So now you can see the Module 4 lesson is on top, and the Module 3 lessons have moved down. Okay, so again, this is how we're going to put in our lessons to share with one another. Hopefully this will keep you from recreating the wheel and having 14 of us make the same lesson, and we could actually put more time and effort into the lessons that we do create. I hope